Saturday in the first week of Advent, looking at Matthew chapter 9, but today's the feast of St. Francis Xavier. So we'll look at Francis in a moment. Jesus went around to all the towns and villages, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom, curing every disease and illness. Instead, we celebrate the feast of Francis Xavier. He was a Jesuit, lived from 1506 to 1552. I have a special affection for Francis Xavier because he was the great missionary. In fact, he, along with St. Therese, is patron of the foreign missions. Actually, he was not only a Jesuit, he was a co-founder of the Jesuits, working alongside Ignatius Loyola, who was the main one, but he needed their help. And because they were the first 7 Jesuits who took the vow of poverty and chastity. It was in Paris, even though he himself was Spanish. He led an expensive mission into Asia, mainly the Portuguese Empire, and was influential in evangelization work, especially though in India. He was born in the royal castle of Xavier in the kingdom of Navarre. So he came from a nice, well-to-do family, and he acquired a doctorate in law. So there was not this poor man. They're prosperous and a lawyer, very intelligent. But as a new student, Ignatius Loyola came to his room, and Ignatius was much older than him, and said, hey, convince them to become a priest. But he's unable to convince Francis at first, who had aspirations of worldly wealth and worldly advancement. At first, Francis regarded the new lodge as a joke and was sarcastic about his efforts to convert students. And when Pierre left their lodgings to visit his family, Ignatius was alone with Francis. Okay, so now you understand he was mocking it, and who wants to do that? Become a priest. I want to get ahead in the world, make a name for myself. And so little by little, he's going to break down Francis' resistance. According to most biographies, Ignatius said to him, have posed this question: what will it profit for man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Wow. And so he had to change. A tremendous change. He said to believe that he had 30,000 converts in his own lifetime, sacrificed himself in these foreign lands. Tremendous. He turned the key. And so we pray that we may have that same zeal to share Jesus to others, share the faith. And he was resistant, so people we may speak to may also be resistant. So little by little, by our words, a little word here, encouragement, maybe they too, like Francis, can see the light and make that change. Put them in prayer, put them on your heart, for all things are possible. God bless you.